What's going on, guys? Greg here from Carid.com and welcome back to the shop. And in today's video, I want to showcase an inexpensive way to get some more lift and larger tires out of your new Ram 1500 truck. This time it comes from the team that has revolutionized the budget lift kit market, and this is Readylift's 3.5-inch SST Lift Kit for all 19 and up Ram 1500 trucks. Alright, so let's say you're one of the many individuals that went out and got yourself a new redesigned Ram 1500. Well, I can't blame you. Ram really stepped up their game with this all-new 1500, and it shows because they won the highly coveted Truck of the Year 2 years running. But if you tend to spend a lot of time off the beaten path, a little extra ground clearance and some larger tires never seems to hurt. And if you ask me, I feel that as good as these new Rams look, they are still a little too close to the ground, and that's exactly where this SST kit from Readylift can help. So once again, this is Readylift's 3.5-inch SST Lift Kit for all 19 and up Ram 1500 trucks. Now to me, this kit is perfect for truck owners that want a taller ride height and some larger tires without going as extreme as the more costly 4 or even 6-inch lift kits. Now speaking of larger tires, with this kit, Readylift states that you can easily run a set of 35-inch tires underneath, which is really impressive for a basic bolt-on lift. Now to achieve the 3.5 inches of lift in the front of your Ram, Readylift utilizes a pair of aluminum front strut preload spacers as well as built aluminum extended top strut mounts. This allows you to still utilize the factory struts on your Ram to keep costs down and still retain a factory ride. Now the preload spacers will sit on top of the factory coil springs underneath the top strut mount, and then the extended strut mount will bolt right on top of the factory mount utilizing the factory studs. What all this means for you guys is there are no modifications needed. Every piece of this kit will bolt right onto your OEM suspension. But with any increase in lift height, you need to make sure that all your alignment angles stay within spec, and Readylift knows that, which is exactly why they include a set of their heavy-duty extended upper control arms. Now these new heavy-duty upper control arms will not only make sure that all your alignment angles stay in spec, but they also come fully loaded with new ball joints and new control arm bushings. But all these components only lift the front of your truck, so to keep it level, Readylift also includes a set of their cast coil spring spacers to bring the rear end of the truck up and level with the front. These spacers will simply move the orientation of your factory coil springs, so again, your ride quality and payload capacity will not be affected. So now that you know the ins and outs of this lift kit, let's talk about the installation. And like I mentioned earlier, every component included in this kit is completely bolt-on, meaning that you can get this installed on your truck in a Saturday afternoon with just some basic hand tools and a spring compressor. Now starting with the front of the truck, you will need to start by removing the entire factory strut assembly, then using a spring compressor to disassemble the strut and install the preload spacer under the factory strut mount. Once that's done, install the built aluminum top strut spacer, and then you can bolt the strut back into the truck, as well as your new upper control arms. Now, if you own a Ram Rebel, this kit will in fact fit. You just need to omit installing the preload spacer onto the strut and only use the top strut mount. Now the rear end of your truck isn't bad to get done either, but I would suggest getting a buddy to help because it can be a pain doing this yourself on the ground. Now you will need to essentially lower the rear axle of the truck to remove the springs, then install your new coil spring spacers and factory coil springs, and then raise the entire rear axle assembly back up and bolt it into place. Once it's all done, it's time to bolt on a new set of 35-inch tires and you have yourself a good-looking off-road capable lifted Ram. Well everyone, that's going to wrap up my review of Readylift's SST 3.5-inch lift kit for all 19 and up Ram 1500 trucks. So if you're looking for an affordable, easy to install lift kit to completely transform the look of your new Ram, head over to Carid.com right now to check out this great SST lift kit from Readylift. And as always, I'm Greg, and I'll see you guys next time.